We have our 2014 Mac Mini with Mac OS Monterey installed. This is an obsolete hardware, and today we will install Mac OS Sequoia using OpenCore Legacy Patcher, otherwise known as OCLP. Before we start, we need 3 items. 1, backup your data using Time Machine. 2, at least 32 gigabytes USB drive. 3, optional, but I highly recommend it. Create a Mac OS USB installer. I have a video for that. Check it out. Search up OCLP Patcher. I will provide the links below so you can follow along. It will lead you to the OpenCore Legacy Patcher. Click on Getting Started. First, we will look at which obsolete hardware is supported by Mac OS Sequoia using OCLP. As of the publication of this video, OCLP has identified the following obsolete hardware being supported, and Mac Mini 2014 is one of them. This will lead us to the GitHub page. We will download the OCLP installer onto our Mac Mini. Link posted below as well. Scroll down and click on OpenCorePatcher.pkg. Download is pretty fast, as well as the installation. This is a standard Apple package installation process. Click on the package icon, follow the on-screen prompt, and of course, you will need to enter your password to complete installation. It is a pretty fast installation, and I deleted the package to save some disk space. Once installed, you will see this in your launchpad. It will be the blue circular logo of OCLP. Click on it. Menu is open. Click on Build and install OpenCore. Click Install to Disk. At this time, you will install it on your external USB drive, not on your Mac Mini hard drive or SSD. Click your external USB drive to install the EFI. For now, we will not yet reboot, but we will go back to the menu. So click on Ignore and return to Menu. Click on Create Mac OS Installer. It will look for available Mac OS Installer from OCLP. This will download the OS only, will not install yet. Choose Mac OS Sequoia. You will see some older supported Mac OS. Since Sequoia works fine on 2014 Mac Mini, let us choose that. When completed, you will be prompted to create a Mac installer. Click Yes. This will now install the OS on your USB. The write speed of your USB will dictate how fast this will be. I had to wait another 30 minutes. This will take a while, depends on several reasons. 1, your internet download speed, and 2, your USB write speed. It could take 20 to 30 minutes. Once installer creation is completed, a prompt will show up. Click Yes and install it on your external USB drive. When completed, you will be prompted if you want to reboot. Click Reboot so we can begin the Sequoia upgrade. When you click Reboot, make sure that the USB drive is still plugged in your Mac Mini. Then press and hold Option key if you have a Mac keyboard. But if you have a PC-based keyboard, press and hold the Alt key. When the screen finally shows up, you will be presented with 2 icons. Press the one that says EFI boot. It will now show a new set of 2 icons. Click Install Mac OS Sequoia. You will be presented with menu options. Choose Install Mac OS Sequoia. Click Continue. Now make sure that you install this on your Mac Mini hard drive or SSD, not on the external USB drive. The installation may take 30 minutes. The installation may go in loop. Click the icon with Mac OS installer and a hard drive on it. They're looped twice on me. When it successfully installs, you will see these 2 icons. Click Mac OS with hard drive. That will boot you into Sequoia now. Once successfully installed and rebooted, you should now see Mac OS Sequoia on your 2014 Mac Mini. There are 2 very important steps that still needs to be done, else your Mac Mini may not work the next time you reboot it. This time, click on Build and install OpenCore. Click Install to Disk, but this time we will install it on your Mac Mini's hard drive or SSD. What does this do? Your Mac Mini will now be able to boot without the external USB. Oh, I forgot to change some settings. Let us go back to main menu. Click Settings. For my setup and debug, I checked Show OpenCore Boot Picker and Verbose. Uncheck these 2 items. So your Mac Mini will automatically boot up without requiring you to press the EFI boot icon every time. The verbose mode shows all the text logs during boot up. I removed those, so it just shows the Apple logo during boot up. Unfortunately, I have to redo the build and install OpenCore for those changes in the settings to take effect. Again, install it on your Mac Mini hard drive or SSD. Once completed, do not reboot yet. We still have one final important step. Click ignore and go back to main menu. Click on post install root patch. This is a very important step most people forget. What does this do? It checks and reinstalls all hardware drivers like Wi-Fi. If this step is missed, a few things may not correctly work. Be sure to do the post-root installation step. You may now eject your external USB drive and reboot your 2014 Mac Mini. Enjoy macOS Sequoia on your 2014 Mac Mini. If this video helped you, appreciate if you can like and subscribe. Enjoy!